welcome swapping smutty lines with the lovely Joanne Guest to talking about how the Tomb Raider 2 challenge is going with Rick Henderson. Life is full of such contrasts. How's it going, Rick?
Well, it's getting pretty exciting over here at the moment, Dominic. They're now neck and neck, but as we join the map, you can see they actually had a few problems earlier. They got to a drawbridge where they needed a key to get past. This, of course, is where Jake actually managed to find the area that the drawbridge was in. As he turns round, we'll see the drawbridge that he had to unlock. He had to get off the skidoo and walk over to the lock. He suddenly realised, oh, hell, I haven't got a key. Of course, Paul also got to exactly the same stage, so he managed to actually suss out that he needed to get a key that was earlier on in the level. So they've both gone back into that level to search for that key.
OK, thanks, Rick. Now, if we join the action live, let's go to Jake. He's still running around on his skidoo, looking for that key. Rick, he doesn't seem to be having much luck. Let's go over now, then, to Paul Wilson. Please, thank you very much. And now, he looks as if he might have found something promising here, Rick.
Yeah, he's decided to get off the skidoo. If you remember in Tomb Raider, Lara sometimes looks for clues. She'll actually look to where a clue might be. Maybe it's down this pit. Yes, I think she has.
It's a gaping one. OK, then, that looks fine. Let's go back to Jake. He still hasn't... Oh, this looks like he's kind... No, he's not. I thought he was near it for a minute, but he's still just wandering around on his skidoo. I think he needs to get off it, but let's go back to little Paul, who's doing much, much better. He's climbing down this pit now, looking for the key, Rick.
Yeah, if he jumps there, he's just seen something that might be over this ridge. Now, if he actually runs through here, it does look shiny and metallic, and it's okay!
Oh, he's got it, he's picked it up then. So Paul's made up for his bad start. He's now in the lead. Just to let the tension build even larger in our trousers, let's go to today's reviews. With the entire population of Japan owning at least 2 copies of this game each, this has been heralded as the biggest console release in history. It's an RPG, but with over 70 hours of gameplay, it's absolutely huge and tells an epic story of mystery, intrigue, romance and flashy pullback camera shots. It's the most eagerly awaited PlayStation title ever, Final Fantasy VII.
So at last, the official English version of Final Fantasy VII has reached our shores. This is Sony's big attempt to push the RPG out of the clique and into the mass market.
This game is beautiful. I mean, the emotional connection you have with the characters, the longevity of the game, the detail, the beautiful graphics, everything about this game is absolutely stunning.
The basic concept behind Final Fantasy VII is to take the role-playing game and make it appeal to a much broader audience. And to do that, they've made the whole experience far more cinematic. There are cutscenes, added touches, wipes, new moves into combat sections, and the whole thing feels more like a film.
Because this game has been so hyped, when you first put it into your machine and play it, you're expecting something completely extraordinary. Unfortunately, it's not quite as immediate as that. You are disappointed for the first couple of minutes, but believe me, that dissolves away. This game is incredibly deep, and you will be completely engrossed. Every time you think you know where you're at with this game, there's a sudden change or twist in the plot. You never quite know what's going on. Once you think you've got a grip on the game, you suddenly find out you haven't, and your whole entire world is turned upside down.
If you've never bought an RPG before, this is definitely one to explore. Final Fantasy VII is still part of a very distinct genre, but it's a great story, and the appeal of great stories is always universal.
I've always had a lot of time for little blokes who throw bombs, so I am totally tumescent about the arrival of Bomberman on the N64. The game's multiplayer modes include a new team battle option as well as the classic 4-player free-for-all. There's also a 1-player adventure mode where you wander around enormous 3D levels, planting bombs, solving puzzles, and wondering where all your mates have gone.
The adventure mode is pretty awful all round. It bears a striking resemblance at first to a Mario kind of game. Unfortunately, it's nowhere near. There's a lack of creativity, there's a lack of depth.
The one interesting addition to the multiplayer mode of this Bomberman is the team battle, and this is where teams of players guard their crystals. Your own personal safety is no longer an issue. You have to guard your own colour crystals and destroy the other players. It's interesting because it actually makes use of the 3D levels instead of ignoring the fact that they're 3D and trying to apply the old-style gameplay to this new scenario.
Now, don't get me wrong. If the original versions of Bomberman hadn't existed, this would be a very good game, but unfortunately, they do.
we're very near the end of the show. Since the beginning, we've had Jake Peters of Paul Wilson racing through a level of Tomb Raider 2 to see who can compete at the first. Paul Wilson is in the lead just now. If we look at the map, we can see he's at the drawbridge, and Jake is some way behind. Let's join the action now live. Let's go to Paul Wilson first. He's back by the drawbridge. He's got the key now. I think he's going to raise it now, Rick.
Yeah, all he wants to do is put the key into the lock and the drawbridge will raise automatically. Here we go. There it
Hey,
goes.
and look at that top drawbridge raising action. Okay, let's go and find out how Jake is doing. Oh, he's getting there where the key is, Rick.
Yeah, he's only just getting to the key though. He's also got to then run it all the way back towards the drawbridge. As we know, Paul's already gone there.
It's not looking good. Let's go back to Paul then. Now Paul's looking at two enemies in Skidoos, Rick.
Yeah, as in Tomb Raider 1, Lara can jump and shoot at the same time, and that's probably the technique he needs to use.
Okay, then that's the two bad guys dealt with. Now he's somehow got to do. Is this a pushing situation
Yeah,
here,
it's a
Rick?
pushing situation. That was in Tomb Raider 1 as well. We saw pulling earlier, that wasn't in there, but pushing is. He's now going through to the very, very last section. This is the last major section that he has to negotiate, and he will have won.
Okay, he's very near there, but no, there's two more bad blokes. He's got to deal with them, Rick.
Well, he's doing it very, very adequately now, though. I think he's been playing all day, so I think he shouldn't have any trouble with them.
Okay, that's the bad guys dealt with now. Into the water, he's very near the end. Let's check on the Jake, though. Is Jake close enough to catch up? He's on it at the drawbridge,
He's only
Rick.
just at the drawbridge. He's only just about to put the key in.
Oh,
He is miles behind.
Let's forget Jake. Let's go back to Paul. Come on board with Jake. Here comes Paul. He's coming out of the water now. He's just going to go round this bend, and that's it. Paul Wilson is the winner. Okay, guys. First of all, Jake. What went wrong for you then during that?
Well, I sort of lost it looking for the key. It was just too much time on the skidoo.
But I suppose you can console yourself with the fact you have a lovely girlfriend in Japan.
Yep, and at least she wasn't here to see it.
Yeah. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, no, sorry. She just emailed us to say you're chucked. Sorry, Jake. Paul, fantastic display there. Totally in the bag. Was it down to a certain lucky pair of underwear?
I think those pink pants.
That was it.
Definitely.
What do you think of the game itself? Do you think it's better than Tomb Raider 1?
Very good graphics, very good gameplay, classic. Very, very good, definitely.
And Lara Croft, what do you think of her? Do you think she's an attractive girl?
Very attractive.
Yeah. You know she's not real?
I know she's not real, but I've
yeah.
seen the man, you know, not the
man?
Not the man.
We should probably leave it there.
I went to a...
Yes, that's all right, mate. Don't worry. Just digging deep hole there, mate. Don't worry. Right, because you've done enough. You've done enough to win the Golden Gamesmaster joystick, which goes to Paul Wilson. Okay, that is it for the first show of the series. 9 more to go. That means 9 weeks until television becomes darker. Then a coal miner at the end of his shift wandering home at night only to find his lights don't work. See you next week. Ta-ra.
Have you had a rough week? Roseanne has. She's just dreaming of a nice, relaxing bath. No, she really is. Next.